This morning's happy camper moment is brought to you by my good friend Valentina, who I met last weekend camping out at Sugar Hill. So she supplied us with some nice Earl Grey, and I think this mug is pretty exciting, so we'll feature it in the happy camper morning moment. Good morning, everyone. I also want to thank Valentina for this cool chair that you can use as a picnic table. I know it's supposed to be turned around, but it works this way as well. It makes a nice back support, so that was very nice of her. And I want to say thanks again. Here's my little cooking / relax station. Just a simple tent. I believe it's 6x4. And it's pretty nice when you put a little wrap that I have around it in the morning. Creates a nice heat with the grill running. So nothing like a little bit of comforts of home. Now that I've shown you what the campsite looks like, I'm going to show you what behind the campsite looks like. This is one of the reasons I really love this particular area. Most of these sites back here have these trails that tend to lead up into the woods. Luckily, I have a compass installed in my phone here. And instead of having a bunch of campers hear me talk to myself in the woods, I figured I'd come up here, show everybody what it might be like away from that dog barking. Also want to talk about why I had to take a little break this year from filming. First of all, I'm filming on a new phone. This is a new Samsung phone. And just hit a spider web. At any rate, my other phone just wasn't holding charge anymore. I was due for a new one. And I mentioned in the past I have photography gear and other video gear, but I sure like having the lightweight versatility of just using this phone. So for now, that's what I'm going to be continuing to do my video and photos with. Another reason that I had to take a break was because I got bit by a tick and ended up with Lyme disease.
Boo!
Everyone's so worried that Lyme disease sounds like a lifelong problem, but it's really not, as long as it's diagnosed. So luckily, I had obvious symptoms, which was a rash that formed with a bullseye. And it wasn't a bullseye at first. At first I just thought it was a rash. When the bullseye formed, then I was worried. And I immediately went to immediate care, and they diagnosed it. I got put on antibiotics for 14 days. And although feeling a little sluggish and not so motivated to do anything overexerting, I'm feeling better. So I decided to do this video here at the end of the season and kind of tell everybody about the signs and the symptoms of getting Lyme disease. And basically it started with a headache, which I never get headaches, very seldom. and it was in the back of my head on the left side, if you want to call it that. It started there, and I bet you I had that for 5 days. Then, probably around the 6th day, that that rash started, and then the day after that, the bullseye started. So within 7 days of all the symptoms starting is when it really got heavy, if you want to call it that. That weekend, I became very ill and was just very tired. Not nauseous, but I had no appetite. So there's some pretty significant symptoms that you can see when it's coming. And the headache, if you're a person who normally doesn't get headaches, is the first thing. If you notice the tick on you, which I wasn't lucky enough to do, I have a feeling it might have been on me while I was sleeping. So it's just, word to the wise. You gotta check yourself every night, and make sure before you go to bed that you don't have anything on you if you've been wandering around the woods like I do. In contrast to last year's video, it's a little overcast this year, which actually kind of makes it nice, makes everything more even. But we are going to go on a bike ride, and the exciting news since last year is that there is now a bike trail that goes from the general store all the way to the beach. So we are going to take a ride on that and show everybody what that's like. So we're taking a little bike ride through the upper part of Cain Hollow. Allegany State Park is just way too big to feature the entire park in one video. So let's talk about Cain Hollow and Quaker Lake. I'm heading to the bike trail right now, and I'm in the upper part of Cain Hollow, where the camping is pretty primitive, no electricity. They have a bear box, and most of the sites have at least a ring or a pretty well-made stone wreath around the fire pit. So that's a nice thing. And the birds are chirping. So we're gonna head on. I'm not gonna try to video going down this particular hill, but I'm gonna give some views once we're along through there, and it's really turned out to be a beautiful day. It's slightly overcast, but there's a little bit of blue in the skies. So let's go and have a little adventure. I decided not to go down the big hill in Cain Hollow on this loop due to the fact that I wanted to check this out. Here's a back corner that leads through this little area here. I'll have to put in the description the name. I believe I'm staying in the D loop. But here we open up to what I'm guessing may be the C loop. I really want to spend at least one night here. It's so wide open and has the best view. I want to take a couple pictures up here. Just beautiful. So we're going to walk through here. This other loop. There's other people here, but they're doing woodwork. Maybe that's why people are shying away, because they're definitely making some noise down there. This area where I'm staring right now, by the parking sign, is probably the best place to get cell service. And as you can see behind me, a couple of people coming up the hill on the new bike trail. And that's where I'm heading next. We're heading into the woods here towards the beach. I'm going to do that section first, and then I'll end up backtracking. This is a really fun little area through here. I'm trying to hold the camera as steady as possible. It's probably getting windy, so I'm probably going to switch to some music. Moment there is no wind, so it'll take a minute to say hello. Look at the view here, just beautiful on the ride to the beach. I have to say, you spend a couple of days here at Allegany State Park, and you don't want to leave. Here's a quick view of what the parking lot looks like up here. We're going to take a ride down. Here we are at the trailhead, leaving the beach. You start right down this pretty significant little hill. I'm going to keep it under 90. Have some fun with everybody. To the beach, to the beach. I have nothing against hiking, running, rollerblading, but I will say you see so much more on a bicycle. Even when you're driving a car, obviously if you're driving, you can't take the time to look and see things that you're going by. So if you're a passenger, it's nice, but you're still flying by 60 miles an hour most of the time. We're just getting up to the general store area here. I kind of cut out the video for a little while, so I was going uphill most of the way. So we're going to come out at the general store, and I'm going to probably do a little more through the woods on the way back. Also, to make a quick note, there is the Quaker rental office, their main office. You can get all your information and check in, check out. Here's the general store. At the end of the season, they sell ice cream cones the size of your head. We just passed the road to Red House, Allegany 1, I believe it's called. That was washed out last time I was here. I have to see if I can find any pictures of it. Right there is the Deal Cabins. Get through there. So apparently this is the porch where Bartles and James drank their first wine cooler together. Okay, I can't back that up. This is the Fancher cabin, which I have a picture that I took, and we'll look into the history of this, but it looks pretty interesting. It goes way back. Right here is what I would call an insanely awesome little playground for the kids. They did not have cool stuff like this when I was a kid. I'll tell you that. Some absolutely crazy looking mushrooms growing here. If anybody can identify them, put it in the comments. That'd be awesome. Here's another interesting group of mushrooms growing in the same area. So if you know what this one is, throw it in the comments. Look at these things. Look like an alien's about to come out of them. And here is the amphitheater, which is a fun little place where they put on different things for the campers here. They used to have Hootenanny, which was a heck of a lot of fun. I don't think that's going on anymore, so we'll see what the future holds. So I'm sure everyone has their own style of building a fire. I have a couple different ones, but this is my main one I always use, and probably everybody sees in just about every video that I've done. And generally what I do is I try to make a spine of a larger piece of downfall, and then I happen to be lucky enough to have some wood that I brought from home, and I made a triangular wedge to hold it right up. Now after this I'll build a beginner fire in the front, and that'll get a nice bed of coals going, and then along the spine I'll just put different types of wood, and the basic design is to fall into itself, and most times it usually does. So we will see how it goes tonight, but I'll take some videos tonight, but I'm going to take a few photos as I build this just to see the progression so everyone can see how I build my fire. Here we are a half hour later, and I got some nice big chunks filled in. Got some small chunks started in the front, and I'm going to try to go and gather some more small kindling pieces. You can see there's pieces all up the spine on both sides at this point. And probably about another half hour, it should be all set. And there we have it. All the kindling is ready. All the deadfall logs are in place. And we are going to have one heck of a fire tonight. So we'll see you when that lights up. It's time to get the fire started. Got some paper in there, and we are going to give it a rip. Stopped for a quick break here at Science Lake. What a beautiful view this is today. The sunny blue skies. A little bit of wind blowing, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect the video, but beautiful fall day here at Allegany State Park. Every time I go out camping, I have a piece of frozen chicken marinated and ready to go. I have the chicken frozen in my freezer at home in freezer bags. So I just put some of my favorite marinade on them, which happens to be Chevettas. It's a Western New York thing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up using this leftover chicken from last night and make a chicken fajita / taco. And it's going to be pretty darn good. Took some chunks of green peppers. Mix this together. It's just about ready. I'm going to put some of the taco seasoning on there. And we are going to be rolling. Okay, now we're going to add some of the taco seasoning. I don't use the whole bag. I usually use it at least two different times. Maybe use half of it or a third. Some water. Tonight's last celebratory drink at camp will be a Smirnoff Ice Smash, lemon, lime. Looks delicious. And there's tonight's dinner. Looks excellent. Just in time, it's starting to get dark. So I got the fire pit all ready to go with a nice bonfire. And this is going to be my last night here at Allegany State Park. It was an awesome stay, it always is. And I always want to stay longer. If you look up, look at those autumn colors still coming in. Doesn't get much better than this. And here is the Let's Go Camping bucket. That is a hell of a lot of fun. Our family friend Kitty gave this to me. So thank you, Kitty. I use it every time I go camping. And it makes things festive. Let's go camping. There's actually a remote control for it. And I put a battery in it and it doesn't seem to be working. So hopefully one of these days I'll be able to figure this thing out and it'll be cool. Like apparently it does a bunch of different colors and maybe I can get it to stop flashing like this. That'd be kind of nice. So in the meantime, it lights the way in the dark. Okay, well, here we go. I'm gonna wing it a little bit and start the fire. I'm not sure how well the camera is set up, but it will probably be good enough. I'm going to use a little extra leaves. look at that. I'd say it's going to start right up. We have a fire, everybody. Cheers to the last night here at Allegany State Park. Decided to take a nice little walk here on this beautiful fall day. And the other day I took the bike up here. So let's take a little walk. And this is Cain Hollow number 150. And that leads right up from the D loop. You know what I'm guessing, I think I said the other day, it's probably the C loop. This would be a nice place to stay. Have a nice evergreen over top of you. Hopefully it doesn't drop a bunch of needles. Testing out this new phone, and so far it seems pretty nice. Excuse me. Wow, look at this. I didn't realize how foggy it was. Literally since I've been here, all the leaves have fallen from anything that was brown. Anything that had color is yellow. It's pretty much what's left. Since the day I got here, which was 5 days ago, I'm Almost all the leaves have dropped. Almost all the color's gone. I can't wait to go back and look to see how much was left when I got here. It's amazing and bittersweet transformation. Well, good morning, everyone. As you can see, it is raining here at Allegany State Park. Standing here underneath my small little canopy that I have. And if you notice, every single day that I've been here has been beautiful sunny skies. Mostly, I think I had maybe one night over the past 5 nights that it rained. I heard some drops come down. So I've been very fortunate that today's the first day with rain. It doesn't motivate me to stay another extra day. I would say today is going to be the wrap-up day for my time here at Allegany State Park. It's been awesome. Did some biking, a little bit of hiking. I'd like to do more hiking and then kind of check out some of the trails that I haven't experienced over the years. And besides that, I always go down to the different trails with cabins that I haven't been to before. And I think that's really fun to look and see which ones are interesting and maybe ones that I'd want to stay in the future. Yesterday I came across one. It was an old-fashioned cabin, the green style cabins, if you see the different ones throughout the park. This one actually had a fireplace built right into it. So that's pretty unique. Most of them don't have a nice fireplace with a hearth and everything like that. So I'm looking to maybe seeing into getting that one someday with some friends and enjoying some cabin time here at Allegany, which is also fun. So, and wrapping up for now, I'm going to just say goodbye and thank everyone for watching, and like and subscribe, and we'll make sure to keep on doing these videos for you. Have a great day.